I consider it to be a illegit or an what do you call it? An unethical promise to say that if you work in this setting, you will be safe. I don't know whether it's safe. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. The ethical statement is to say, please make your own judgment about whether this is safe for you, psychologically, politically, and please do what you need to do to maintain your own safety. So, no, on the contrary, the situations of conflict can be upsetting or dangerous in many ways. But when people discover, yes, I sat with these people, I didn't agree with them, we had a big argument, and we survived, and we can continue, and we can work together in spite of this disagreement or in spite of this tension. This is a real accomplishment, and this is why I found this statement of President Santos to be so important, that the learning is that it is possible to work with people we do not agree with and will never agree with. This is so interesting because most of us assume, no, if we don't agree with these people, we can't work with them. But this is what leads to the fragmentation and the polarization and the demonization. Thank you.
どのようにその4つの選択肢を選ぶのかっていうのがちょっと最後聞きたいんですけど。
じゃあ次のラウンドでですか。じゃあ今のが1つ目ですね。どのように4つの選択肢を選ぶのか。それから後ろに並んでいる方、じゃあそれぞれ、じゃあこっちの順番、どうも2つ2ラウンド目の方ありがとうございました。お並びでしたらどうぞ。
泉と申します。さっきそのコラボレーションっていうのはまあ一つの選択肢でしかないっておっしゃってたじゃないですか。その強制と適応と離脱、それが全部ダメだった時の、唯一残された最善な選択肢だと思ってる時にコラボレーション。でも何かすごくその日本の例えばその会社とか家族とかそういう中でなんかそのコラボレーションが残された一つの回だというか最善策だと思えるような状況ってどれぐらいあるのかなっていうのが素朴な疑問で、大体みんななんか離婚したり会社辞めたりとかなんかそれで進むというか、なんかそこにこだわってまで解決しようって思える人とか場所とかどれぐらいこの国にあるのかなっていう思いました。
はい、ありがとうございます。関係しますけどかなり日本のコンテクストにどうと伺いました。どうぞそちらの方の質問も。
ありがとうございます。森本と申します。私も仕事として組織開発のようなことをしていまして、いろいろな対立のある組織の中に入っていって対話を進めていたりします。でその中でやっぱり時にはこう激しい議論になって自分自身も疲労を感じることがあるし、これ本当に解決できるんだろうかみたいな気持ちになることがあります。でアダム先生のこれまでを考えると、とてもじゃないけどそんなことができるんだろうかみたいなケースがいっぱいあって、それってとてつもない熱量が必要だったんじゃないかなと思うんですけど、なんでそんなことができるぐらいの熱量があるんだろうか、どこからこれが生まれてくるんだろうかというのがすごく気になって、それをぜひ聞いてみたいなと思っています。
はい、アダムさんの熱量がどこから来るのかということですね。あと一つ、スマホの方からも、山本さんの質問で、敵とコラボレーションする際に巻き起こる心理的な変化、特にネガティブな気持ちとはどのようなものであり、それをどのように乗り越えればよいのでしょうか。ファシリテーターとしてどのような支援が必要でしょうか。今度はこれ参加者側の方がこう経験するだろうな、ネガティブな気持ち、それがどんなものでファシリテーターがどう支援するかということですね。最初はその4つの選択肢に関して、それからその特に日本の文脈でコラボレーション選ぶのかって話があって、で、アダムさんの熱量はどこから来るか、そして、参加者で起こるネガティブな気持ちに対してどう支援するか、この4つの質問をいただきました。では アダムお願いします。
So I recharge my energy by sleeping and by watching Netflix. And by going on holiday with my wife. Yes, I find this work tiring, but also very exciting and very rewarding. My own experience is there's really no greater pleasure in the world or no greater satisfaction than doing something that you're good at and that is useful. So I don't consider it a burden at all. I consider it a privilege and a thrill to do this work. And I think of it a bit like a performance art that, you know, Dorothy and I have a friend who's a jazz singer, and I realize the similarity between this facilitating work or this leading work on the one hand and being a jazz singer on the other hand is you have to do it in real time. There's no do-overs. And I consider that to be a very exciting and fun challenge. I think this question about how to get over negative feelings, to me is, I think this may be the most important point, that if you want only harmony, then you can't do this work. The world is not, this is an illusion that you can have only harmony. It requires you either to ignore differences and certainly to ignore your own so I really don't like conflict. I find it painful and upsetting, but this is not a useful orientation if you're trying to do something in the world. And I admire very much those leaders who are willing to say, yes, this is difficult, yes, this is uncomfortable, yes, this is painful, but I need to deal with this. In that sense, it's very fashionable to be critical of politicians, but I admire this capacity to deal with conflict, to go into difference, and to fight. So I think my main point in this book, but even more so in the book Power and Love, is that it's not true that all you need is love. This is an incorrect statement. You need both the capacity to bring together, to dialogue, and the capacity to work with difference. And if you aren't willing to do that, then you can't do this work. I mean, so that's why I talk about the fantasy of harmony and agreement and control. It's not a realistic way to deal with these issues. I don't know how to say it any more than that. There isn't one best choice. There is, and some people would say, oh no, I would always prefer to collaborate. Maybe it's a question of personality or orientation or culture. Some people would say, no, it's my last resort, I'll only do it if nothing else works. But there are 4 options, and it's not stable which one is going to work. And the main contribution of that part of the book is just to clearly say there's 4 options. And they're all legitimate. The exiting is when you're in a situation that you can't change, that you can't live with, where you can't collaborate, then escaping is a fine option. When you're in a situation that you can't do anything about, then adapting is a very wise move. And when you're in a situation where you can do it your way, then forcing or obliging is fine. The example I give is when I started to write this book 2 years ago, and I had colleagues in Rios who said to me, "Oh, you're writing a book about collaborating. This is great. Can I write it with you?" I said, "Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have this idea. I want to write a book, and I'm on assignment from Eiji-san. He's given me a deadline. No, there's something I want to say. It's perfectly legitimate and reasonable that I would do it my way. And so these are all 4 legitimate options. And the question is, what is suitable? And so in that sense, I'm again making the argument, like in Power and Love, that dialogue and collaboration and oneness are always only half the story. And I say this with such vehemence in this community, the community of dialogue practitioners, because we forget that this is only half the story. I don't know the answer to the question about Japan. I'm very interested in your thoughts on this. But I do think that in many circumstances, what people call collaboration is just disguised forcing. Cleverly disguised forcing or obliging. It's not really collaborating. It's not really horizontal. And so yes, collaboration is difficult and uncomfortable for the reasons I've said. And so it's no surprise that obliging and adapting and escaping are the dominant modes. What I'm trying to do with this book is to explain what does it really take to collaborate. Not the fantasy version, but the real version, so that it can be a more viable option, because I believe that the circumstances under which forcing and adapting and exiting will work are shrinking. And so we have to stretch to develop this capacity to collaborate, but it won't be done in the conventional way.
はい、ありがとうございます。佐藤さんの質問には本にもう少し構造的な答えをあるので参考になるかもしれません。あとお一人並んでいるので、じゃあそちら一つとスマホから一つと、それで最後にしましょうか。ではお願いします。
すいません。大変ありがとうございました。非常に大変コラボレートっていう私船越と申します。コラボレートっていう言葉にいろいろアダム先生がいろいろ解説をされていましたけれども、コンフリクトっていうふうになんていうんですか、言われるときにコンフリクトレゾリューションっていうふうに私は思い起こすんですね。なのでコンフリクトコラボレーションっていうふうに言われるときにちょっと違う雰囲気がまたしていて、いつも皆さんの多分世間一般っていうか紛争が起きれば解決合意、そういったものが通常の何か発想だと思うんですけれども、そこのあえてコラボレートっていうところをレゾリューションとかコーペレートとかそういった言葉にくっつけないでコラボレートっていうところを単独でなんかストレッチとつなげているようなところがちょっと面白くて、でそこのそのコラボレートのところにつなげてなんですけれども、エネミー、その敵との、コラボレーションというのはいつ始まるものなのでしょうか。そしてその中でどれぐらいの段階があるかお伺いしたいです。っていうのは先ほどのメキシコの事例を出してくださった時に、どれぐらいの時間、結構かなりの時間をかけてお互いがアグリーする部分とアグリーしない部分、共通の認識は時を経て出てくると思うんですけれども、その段階、いろんな段階があると思うんですけれども、共通認識だったり、共同性だったり、何かその中での気づきがどのように発展していったっていうのはちょっと知りたいなと思います。
はい、どうも。こちらでスマの方から一番いいねが多かった質問ですので、ちょっとだけさっき触れてはいますけど、でも、別のポイントもあるでしょう。ストレッチコラボレーションとは利害の異なる人たちが同じ対話のテーブルについていることが前提となっている気がしますが、私の経験上はそのテーブルにつくまでが非常に難しいと思っています。 アダム氏はその関係者を集めての対話の場そのものをどうやって作っていますかというですね、質問ですね。はい、じゃあこの2つの質問、でいってみたいと思います。アダムさん、お願いします。
On the first point about conflict resolution, I guess another way to say this is what I'm interested in is conflict without violence. But I think the idea of avoiding conflict, as I've said in 3 or 4 different ways, is not possible. So, or it's not possible in a situation where people have voice. If they're too scared to say what they think, then you will have an illusion of agreement. There's a famous book about power. I can't remember the name of the author, but he's giving the example of how does a peasant in a feudal society deal with difference when the lord passes, when the nobleman passes on the street, the peasant bows deeply and farts quietly. So this maybe doesn't translate well, but this idea that yes, you can have the illusion of agreement, but that doesn't mean there's real agreement. And in a world where more people have voice and then can therefore say what they're really thinking, this illusion is more difficult to maintain. In terms of the first, so I'll say something about the first step and the way to move forward. The first step is to create a context where we can simply meet. I think this is why the transformative scenario planning, I have tried for decades to get away from doing scenario planning. Why is it still so popular? I think it's because it's unusual in that it's a way of meeting simply to talk about what is possible. So what I think is important is to create a low threshold, high ceiling way of working together, where it's easy to get in, the risk is low, there's not that much to lose, we're just talking about what is possible, we're just trying things out, new ideas, new relationships, new actions, and then we can see where to go from there. Because in a horizontal activity where everybody is there if and only as long as it's useful to them, we just have to take it one step at a time. And here the fact that yes, we can collaborate for a while and then work unilaterally, this is the reality we have to deal with. The only other thing I would say about the steps, I think the trick to starting is to create a low threshold, high ceiling context. And then, and this we haven't emphasized as much, but this is the second stretch, to experiment the way forward. We think this can work, let's try, let's see. If it's useful, we'll continue. If it's not, we'll try something else. If it's still not useful, we'll stop doing it. So I think we underestimate the difficulty of working in genuinely horizontal and genuinely collaborative settings, because we're used to this idea that in the end we can get people to do things. What I'm challenging us to do, and I'll end with this, what I'm challenging us to do is to find a way of working which allows genuine horizontality. genuine equality, genuine voice. And that is a real stretch if all of our methods are explicitly or implicitly based on imposing or obliging. So what would the operating system have to be? What would our orientation have to be if we want to work in a genuinely horizontal mode? That's what I'm trying to find a way to do. Thank you. Thank you very much.
はい、質問全部答えられてないところごめんなさい、でも時間になりましたので、改めてアダムさんにもう一度大きな拍手をお願いします。はい、皆さん講演の方もすごく、ストラクチャーといいますか構造が明確でですね、ついコラボレーション対話がベストだと思いがちなところで相手の立場になれば、そして実は私たちももっと深いレベルで見るとその4つのオプション使い分けていますよね。コラボレーションすべきと言いながら一人で進めることがあったりとかですね、そういうのがある、そんなところで、ファシリテーターとして自分たちの疑い直すようなコンベンションを超えてみたいな話を、していただいたかなと思います。皆さんどんなことを感じたでしょうか。ちょっと私の方が先行して、自分の感想を述べさせていただきましたけど、皆さんが今日の、この講演とそれから長い質疑応答の、場から、どんな気づきとかやってみたいことがあったでしょうか。もしあったらそれをお話しください。あるいは別に気づきややってみたいことがなくてもですね、今、こうやって時間を共にしてアダムさんの話を聞いてどんなことを感じているでしょうか。また先ほどの2、3人の方と、ちょっと短めの2、3分ほどの時間になりますけど、ぜひ一言ちょっと今どんなことが残っているかなということで、